So I left Battlefield 5. Hey guys! So you already saw the title and you heard the intro. Today we're gonna talk about why exactly I stopped playing Battlefield 5. For a while, of course. Not that I left the game completely, and yes, if you're wondering, there will be more videos from Battlefield 5. In fact, I want to treat this video as some kind of an explanation of why I was absent for the past couple of weeks from Battlefield content, of course, because I've been playing and recording Apex quite a lot, and yeah, let you guys know why I actually took time off from Battlefield 5 and why I stopped playing the game, actually, which I was a big fan of from the beginning. As you can probably tell by now, I didn't script the video. It's totally unscripted, there is nothing prepared for it, and I just want to talk about how I personally feel about Battlefield 5 and my perspective on the game as a YouTube creator, someone who's pretty much heavily involved into Battlefield community on day-to-day basis. And for God's sake, we all know the current state of Battlefield 5. And the game has been out for 3 months at this point. Again, as I said, or I did not say it because I cut it out in the after edit, I don't want to be negative, I don't want to complain about the game in this video, that's totally not the point, but again, it has been 3 months. Even 4, if we include the month of delay which the game required in order to be actually finished on the release day. So how come we've spent 3 months waiting and we still don't have fixes for, I don't know, changing assignments in the game, which, by the way, is such an absurd idea to begin with, because in the previous Battlefield games we didn't even have to pick the assignments in the first place. They were automatically tracked in the background and you didn't even have to think about choosing the right assignment for when you're playing with MP40 or Lee Enfield, like, you didn't have to care about any of it. Why did we take 5 steps back? 5 years later, like, this has been implemented in Battlefield 3 in goddamn 2011. Or even the fact that a simple option such as changing your specializations in the game on your weapon after you clicked on the gun instead of clicking on the character and then going to the customize option, it wasn't there for 3 months. Like, they had to design the whole game in 2 years, the whole UI in 2 years, and implementing one button requires 3 months? But okay, I don't want to be nitpicking and talking about details which might not be that important to some of the players, but for me personally, the tipping point was the combined arms mode, the so-called cooperation with your friends to play the game together, basically. Because realistically, if you guys played Battlefield 3, if not, you missed out on a good co-op, even though it wasn't anything spectacular, but it was still fun. Generally, you've had missions which were actually engaging, and they told a story. They actually involved you doing something different than a multiplayer with bots, which is exactly what Battlefield 5 Combined Arms mode actually is. What is even worse, the whole artificial intelligence in the co-op mode, it's just so stupid. And like, we are basically shooting dumb AI in the multiplayer maps with almost to no changes. I don't know what happened. During the Battlefield 5 reveal in May, yes, the one that started with Trevor Noah getting his makeup ready, which is like completely bizarre if you consider you're actually advertising your game to Battlefield community, and gamers in general, but apart from that, the vision that was, well, maybe not presented, because it was more like described to us by the, I don't want to mention the names, by people from DICE, it really sounded cool. And I mean, like, I'm really not interested in co-op mode, but I was sold on the idea that they're gonna generate some new missions, it's gonna be engaging, you will have to either extract or continue going with limited resources, and it's really gonna be fun. And in the end, we got a freaking multiplayer map with bots, where they just didn't include ammo stations for the most part, and this is the whole scarcity of resources and engaging gameplay? Like, excuse me? Literally, Apex Legends has a better storytelling in the training mode than Battlefield 5 does in the cooperation mode. And what happened to me personally, as a creator and as a player, but mostly as a creator, was that at that point, I wanted to record a video about it. I wanted to talk about the February update, I wanted to talk about the co-op mode, I wanted to talk about its positives and its negatives, but I simply couldn't create a video that was actually engaging and enjoyable to watch. We also had this situation with unnecessary negativity going on in Battlefield community at the time, which again wouldn't really put me in a good position if I released that video back then. And by no means, I don't mean the position in EA's eyes as a game changer, that's completely not the point. The point is how you guys and the whole community actually perceives me. We all know we had and we still have YouTubers who have the label of a shill or a complainer in the community, where I actually might be one of them, but whether those accusations are actually truthful or not, I'm not the one to judge here. The point is, the opinions about creators and the labels they got from community, they didn't appear out of the thin air. Like, they were actually given to certain creators for their videos, for the style in which they were expressing themselves, the words they used, how they provided the information to the audience. Like, again, I'm not the one to judge here because that's completely not my task and the point of my video, but the thing is, I don't want to be the bad guy in the situation where, okay, the content completely didn't live up to my personal expectations. The game didn't live up to my personal expectations when it comes to the viewership on YouTube and what actually happened after the reveal, or not the reveal, but the release of the game, so I don't exactly want to damage myself by complaining about the game, which, again, clearly isn't working in some of the aspects. And how many times are you realistically capable of being positive in an update video when you talk about changes implemented to the game and you see that half of the features which were fine before the update are now not working as they should be? Like the flickering bug. God damn, like, what's going on in Romania in the office responsible for testing those updates? I get those guys are working night shifts there to actually make the ends meet and they're playing Battlefield to do so, but how can you not actually see the flickering bug on your screen in the devcam pretty much every single time you die? And spoiler alert, the attitude that creators sometimes have in their videos, I'm not going to exclude myself here, I do admit, I do it sometimes myself, isn't always what it actually is in reality. And it's not so bad, like, you mostly use it to keep up the engagement with the audience and the fact that they're not gonna click off the video because it will be boring, you will be dragging, etc, etc. It's not to fake the whole video, well, most of the time at least, but I assume you guys know this by now. But it is part of the content that the audience enjoys, so that's how it is created. I promise you, not every single Battlefield YouTuber wakes up on Thursday morning and is super excited to record a video about how super exciting the new assignments in Tides of War are to unlock the new red carpet. A skin, I was gonna say, never mind red carpet. But the funny thing happened when I actually took a step back and took a look at my content from a wider perspective in terms of like what I actually represent with the name Crafter, and it was like, when did I actually start creating such shallow content? Because here's the thing, I don't know if I ever said it publicly, but my goal has never been to actually make a living off of YouTube. I always wanted to treat it as a hobby and actually do it as something that I enjoy doing, but it's not something I have to do to actually survive and make money to live. In like 6 months I will actually turn 20, and I don't exactly imagine myself being 20 years old or even 20 something years old and living from getting excited over the new Tides of War skin. I mean, of course, I sometimes get excited over a nice shiny skin, but I don't want to base my life on banging out videos about something I don't exactly enjoy, but I have to because I have to pay the bills. Anyway, summarizing the whole video. 3 things. I did not leave Battlefield 5 and I will keep recording Battlefield related videos. I want to improve the content and it will not be as shallow as it used to be. And at the end, I will still be recording Apex because I'm having way more fun playing that game over Battlefield 5 at the moment, and realistically, as I said, I'm not really doing it to make big money or do something big with YouTube. Of course, it's nice as a side hobby, but it has never been and probably never will be my main focus in life, as well as my main source of income that I want to build. At least not in gaming. I do consider other ideas for a second channel which, well, are a bit more entertaining than gaming, to be honest, at least to me personally, but yeah, I'm not gonna share the secrets for now. I'm also working on something apart from YouTube, and yeah, if that actually goes well, it will be interesting to share it with you guys. So yeah, as always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you in both Apex and Battlefield 5. See ya!